Good news for credit card and debit card customers who make recurring one-click payments via debit card and credit card on merchant sites for buying consumer durables, groceries and paying subscriptions for OTT, amongst other things. The RBI has taken two sets of measures to helping customers in faster checkouts at merchant outlets. For more on what this means for customers, we're joined by Anand Adhikari, Managing Editor, BT Magazine. Anand, thanks for joining us. Tell us, what does an RBI token mean and how do customers benefit? Why is it needed in the Indian context?
As you know, RBI has banned the e-commerce website from storing card details from January next year. Now this means card data stored at merchant site will be disabled. I mean, leading to failure of recurring payment mandates and also requiring customer to punch in their 16-digit card number every time they do an online transaction. So tokenization is something which the industry was demanding. Now for a layman, tokenization is like hiding the card information and replacing them with a one-time token or codes. So RBI has taken two steps in this regard. Now it has expanded the tokenization on devices from like mobile, desktop and tablets to even wearable devices like wristband and wrist watches. And second, it has allowed tokenization on file, which means allowing customer to pay through multiple devices with a single stored card. Now, tokenization is done only by the card networks like Visa, Mastercard, or by the issuing banks. So it is much safer. So customer data is stored safe with Visa and all these issuers, and it is also protected, from any data breaches and theft.
That helps us understand better what tokenization aims to do. Anand, thanks so much for joining us with that. Maruti, the country's largest automaker, released its latest round of production data for the month of August today. Remember that car makers have been reeling from chip and component shortages at the moment. And in the latest round of data, in fact, that we saw come out from Maruti, we actually saw a sharp dip in production coming in. Close to 8% of a dip coming in on production this time around for the month of August 2020. Just 123 and 769 vehicles in August. The figure slipping to 113,937 in August 21. Now that's the steepest production dip also in the popular mini and compact subsegments of passenger cars. In August 20, the company had produced 89,556 units. The number in August 21 was 67,972. That's a massive 24% dip. Production of mid-size passenger cars rose to 3,001 units in August 21. That's up from 1,190 units in August 20. Overall, passenger car production fell from 90,746 units in August of last year to 70,973, a 21.78% dip that we are seeing for Maruti. Stock exchanges can soon transfer shares and money into client accounts within a day, with market regulator SEBI set to usher in the T+1 or Today Plus One settlement cycle for equity transactions from January 1st, 2022. Currently, this process takes 2 days. So what does this mean for investors and for the overall market? For more on the story, we're joined by BT Magazine Senior Associate Editor Ashish Rukhayar. Ashish, tell us, what is T+1 all about? More importantly, how is it going to help investors, and are there any concerns as well while using it?
So, Abha, stock market payments are settled in a slightly different manner if you compare it with the normal banking fund transfer. In a bank, you can transfer funds from one account to another through any of the digital ways, and in most cases, the funds are transferred instantly.
Right.
That doesn't work in the stock market, where payments take 2 days to settle, and that's why the current mechanism or the current settlement cycle is called T+2, where T stands for the trading day. Now, one of the concerns that they have raised is that the banking system is not geared for the T+1 mechanism, because they say that many investors, especially those in the tier 2 or tier 3 towns, still prefer giving physical checks to their broker rather than transferring money digitally. Now, getting those checks cleared might take more than a day, and hence there will be a mismatch between the settlement cycle and the actual money getting credited in the account. Second concern that they have raised is about foreign investors. Now, foreign investors are one of the most important category of investors in the Indian stock market, and they operate from various countries, various regions in different time zones. And broking firms believe that many of these foreign investors might have practical difficulties transferring the money in a day's notice. So again, there will be a mismatch between the settlement cycle and the actual money getting credited in the account.
Right.
So there are two aspects of this, and one will have to wait and watch to see when the stock exchanges, if they implement the shorter settlement cycle, whether it will have a positive or a negative impact on the markets.